Japanese spider crabs live in the waters around Japan, where cold currents, rocky bottoms, and deep coastal slopes give them the space and cover they need to survive. This gives them more than one kind of shelter as they move between feeding grounds and deeper water. They are best known for their huge leg span, but most of that size comes from long, thin walking legs rather than a thick, heavy body, like many people expect. The shape can make the crab look larger than it actually is when the body is seen by itself. An adult can stretch wider than almost any other crab, with some reaching more than 12 feet from claw tip to claw tip when the legs are fully extended. That reach helps the crab step across gaps and feel the ground ahead while it moves over uneven bottom. Even with that size, the body is fairly small, rough, and rounded, which helps it blend with rocks, sponges, shells, and uneven patches of seafloor. Small animals and bits of algae can also collect on the shell, making the outline less obvious. These crabs are usually found on the Pacific side of Japan, especially around deeper coastal areas, submarine slopes, and sheltered bays with rocky bottom habitat. These places can have ledges, sand pockets, shell piles, and drop-offs close together. They can live hundreds of feet below the surface, where the water is cooler, darker, and less crowded than shallow reefs that most people picture first. Young Japanese spider crabs often stay in shallower nursery areas, using seaweed, stones, and broken shells for cover before moving deeper as they grow. That shift matters because smaller crabs are easier targets for fish, octopuses, and other bottom hunters that search through crevices and soft sediment. Their long legs help them move over rocky ground, soft mud, gravel, and broken shell beds without sinking deeply or getting trapped between uneven surfaces. They are not built for speed, so survival often depends on staying still, blending in with the bottom, and choosing safe resting places near structure. Japanese spider crabs are scavengers as well as hunters, feeding on dead animals, shellfish, worms, and other small seafloor life they can catch or find. This cleanup role is important because they help recycle food and nutrients that would otherwise sit on the ocean floor and attract other scavengers. On the deep sea floor, no easy meal is wasted, and many animals depend on leftovers. When they feed, their claws pick carefully at food, pulling apart soft pieces, turning over scraps, and handling shells with slow, steady movements. They may look strange at first, but their body plan works well for a life spent walking, hiding, feeding, and conserving energy near the seabed. Like other crabs, Japanese spider crabs have a hard outer shell that protects the soft body inside and gives the legs strong points for movement. As they grow, they must molt, which means they shed the old shell and form a larger new one underneath instead of growing the shell little by little. Molting is one of the most dangerous times in their lives because the new shell stays soft for a while and cannot protect them as well. During that period, the crab is more vulnerable, so it needs shelter, low disturbance, and quiet places away from hungry animals moving along the bottom. Adults have fewer predators than young crabs, but they can still be threatened by large fish, octopuses, and people who collect them from deep water. In Japan, they have also been caught for food, though fishing rules, seasonal limits, and local protections help reduce pressure in some areas. Their breeding season brings adults into shallower water, where males and females can find each other more easily than they could across deeper seafloor. After mating, females carry huge numbers of tiny eggs under the body, holding them in place while she keeps moving and feeding carefully. The newly hatched larvae do not look like adult crabs and drift in the water as tiny plankton before settling to the bottom later. Only a small number survive to adulthood, which is normal for many ocean animals that release large numbers of young into a difficult environment. Japanese spider crabs can live for decades, and that long life helps make up for slow growth, risky molts, and low survival when they are young. Their size can make them seem frightening, but they are not built to chase people, attack large animals, or act like aggressive open-water predators. Most of their time is spent moving slowly across the bottom, resting near structure, avoiding trouble, or searching for food that is easy to handle. In aquariums, they give people a rare look at an animal that normally lives too deep, too cold, and too far offshore for most divers to see. They also remind us that the ocean is not only full of fast swimmers and bright reef fish, but also slow animals built for deep, quiet places. The Japanese spider crab is unusual, but it is not a monster, It is a real animal shaped by cold water, long life, and Japan's deep seafloor.